Dear brothers and sisters, I greet and thank all of you, heads of churches, political authorities, and representatives of the great world religions. It is good to be here together, carrying in our hearts and in the heart of Rome the faces of the people we care for. And it is especially important to pray and to share in a clear and heartfelt way our concern for the present and the future of our world. During these days, many believers have come together, showing our prayer is that humble force that gives peace and disarms hearts of hatred. In the various meetings, the conviction was also expressed that there is a need to change the relationship between peoples and of the peoples with the earth, because here together, today we dream our people as brothers and a future earth. People as brothers. We say it with the Colosseum behind us. This amphitheater in a distant past was the site of brutal mass entertainment. The rabbi said it, fights between man and beasts, a fratricidal spectacle, a deadly game made with the lives of many. But even today, we witness violence and war, brother killing a brother, as if it were a game. Watch at a distance, indifferent and convinced that it will never touch us. The pain of the other is not a hurry. Not even those of the fallen, of migrants, of children trapped in war that are deprived of the light-heartedness of childhood, of games. But one cannot play with the lives of people and children. We cannot remain indifferent. On the contrary, we must empathize and recognize the common humanity to which we belong, with its hardships, struggles, and frailties. We must think, all this touches me. It could have happened here, too, to me, too. Today, in the globalized society that makes a spectacle of pain but does not pity it, we need to build compassion. We need to build compassion. We need to feel the other and to make his or her suffering our own. We need the courage of compassion which allows us to go beyond the quiet life, beyond the fact that it does not concern me and does not belong to me. Not to let the life of people be reduced to a game between powerful. The life of people is not a game. It's serious. It concerns everyone. It cannot be left to the mercy of a few or at the mercy of sectarian national passions. It is war that makes a mockery of human life. It is violence. It is the tragic and always prolific armed trade which moves fed by underground rivers of money. I want to reiterate that war is a failure of the politics of humanity. It is a failure and a defeat in front of the forces of evil. We must stop accepting it with the detached gaze of the chronicle and strive to see it with the eyes of the people. 2 years ago, in Abu Dhabi, with our dear brother, present here, the great Imam of Al-Azhar, we invoked human brotherhood and for peace. Speaking in the name of peoples who have lost peace and security and common coexistence, becoming victims of destructions, ruins, and wars. We are called as representatives of religions not to give up to the voices and the lure of worldly power, but to make ourselves the voice of voiceless, the support of the suffering, the advocates of the oppressed, the victims of hatred, discarded by man on earth, but precious before him who dwells in the heaven. Today, they are afraid because in too many parts of the world, instead of prevailing of dialogue and cooperation, Military confrontation is gaining strength and decisive. I would like to express then once again the exhortation I did in Abu Dhabi on the task that cannot be postponed anymore of religions to we need to demilitarize the heart of humanities. We have to demilitarize the heart of man. It is our responsibility, dear brothers and sisters, to help to unroot from the heart of men and women. With clear words we encourage to lay down arms, to reduce military spending, to provide for humanitarian needs, to convert instruments of death into instruments of life. Let not these be empty words. Against war and death in the name of Him who is peace and life. Fewer weapons and more food, less hypocrisy and more transparency, more vaccines, distribute fairly, and less guns sold thoughtlessly. The times ask us to be the voice of many believers, simple and unarmed people, violent, who are tired of violence, because those who hold the responsibility of common good may not only condemn wars and terrorism, but to create the conditions so that do not flare up anymore. For peoples to be brothers, prayer must rise unceasingly to heaven, and one word cannot cease to resound on earth: peace. Saint John Paul II dreamt a common path. Dear friends, we are on this path, everyone with our own identity, to cultivate peace in the name of God, recognizes that we are brothers and sisters. Pope John Paul II pointed us to this task, saying, peace awaits its prophets, peace awaits its makers. Some thought seemed that this was empty optimism, but over the years, sharing has grown, and stories of dialogue between different religions, words have matured, inspiring paths of peace. This is the way. If there are those who want to divide and create clashes, we believe in the importance of walking together. To walking together for peace, one with the others, never again one against the other. Brothers, sisters, our path is constantly asked to purify our hearts. Francis of Assisi, while asking his followers to see others as brothers, because they were created by the one Creator, made this recommendation: the peace you announce with your mouth, let it be even more abundant in your heart. Peace is not primarily an agreement to be negotiated or a value to be spoken, but an attitude of the heart. Peace is born of justice, and it grows in fraternity. Peace lives from gratuitousness. Peace impels us to serve the truth and to declare without fear or pretense evil when it is evil, especially when it is committed by those who profess to follow our same creed. In the name of peace, let us diffuse, I beg you, in every religious tradition, the fundamentalist temptation, every insinuation to make a brother an enemy. While many are caught up in antagonism, factions, and partisan games, let us echo that saying of Imam Ali: people are of two kinds, either your brothers in faith or your fellow in humanity. There are no other divisions. People that are brothers to dream peace. But the dream of peace today is combined with another, the dream of the future earth. It is the commitment to care for the care of creation, for the common home that we leave to young people. Religions cultivating a contemplative and not predatory attitude are called to listen to the groans of Mother Earth, which suffers violence. Our dear brother Pater Bartholomew, who is present here, has helped us to mature the awareness that a crime against nature is a crime against ourselves and a sin against God. I reiterate that the pandemic has shown us that we cannot always remain healthy in a sick world. In recent times, so many have become sick with forgetfulness of God and of our brothers and sisters. This has led to an unbridled race for individual self-sufficiency, derailed by an insatiable greed. The sky deteriorated climate. It is comforting to think that the same concern and the same commitment are maturing and becoming the common heritage of many religions. Prayer and action can redirect the course of history. Take courage, brothers and sisters. We have before our eyes a vision which is the same as that of many young people and men of goodwill. The earth as a common home inhabited by brother peoples as brothers. Yes, we dream of sister religion and brother people, sister religions that help people to be brothers in peace, reconciled, custodian of the common house of creation. Thank you.